talk to the clerk because we just ran out and we were going to get new ones printed, so we will have those available. So that can be placed on your side light or screen door visible to them, and they shouldn't be bothering you if that's not what the type of visitors you would like at your door.
Mayor, do we have any regular exceptions to that? Kids around newspapers or?
Well, newspapers are soliciting, but kids that are going door to door for fundraising is a different effort. Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, that would be a non-profit type cause. Even people that are rallying like for the American Cancer Society, they would not necessarily be turned by us solicitors.
Well, I've ended up maybe twice in the last few months with, I know the kids just get dropped off and they're trying to sell subscriptions to the newspapers.
That's not a not-for-profit business,
Okay.
That's a scam.
Okay.
That's
also
a scam.
the churches.
Yeah.
And like
I like when those kids come to my door because I ask them, what school do you go to? Because if they're from a local school,
because you can't.
and they can't tell you, or they'll tell you a school you've never heard of, remotely in this area.
Does that mean we also can't go campaigning door to door when we see that sign?
Are you a for-profit campaigner? Then that would be a problem, Wally. Okay, and as Jeff mentioned, and Mike Becko wanted me to mention as well from the emergency management aspect, winter preparedness, we're already working on this. I would like to stress to all property owners that any toys, sports equipment, recreational equipment, decorations, landscape lighting that you have in the right-of-way up to the curb should be moved for the winter season. The plows will come and they will damage them. And if we have a blizzard that's even remotely like what we experienced last year, I can guarantee you they will be damaged. And as if you recall, last year we had to go to the extreme, which I certainly hope we would not have to relive this year. But we had to have bobcats come out with loaders to push the snow back so that when the next dumping of snow came, there'd be a place to put it when the plows came by. And so that was not plows going up on people's yards. It was a loader. But those types of decorations or equipment are going to be damaged, and the village will not replace or reimburse those types of things. Certainly we'll repair sod, we'll seed, and we will also replace or repair any damaged mailboxes as necessary. But those other items we will not. So I just want to stress that this is the Midwest, this is where you live. It's part of reality.
I'd like to suggest that we put the hydrant flags up again this year. And then we lost 3 last year.
Yes, that is already on the agenda.
Yeah, I would just caution that we still stick to the strategic points, the corners where the snow gets piled very high. I don't think they need to go on every single one. Because then we run into the opposite damage, where they get damaged or the kids get hurt on them. Also, I recently received in the mail, and Greg Berlin from Manhard reviewed it, and I also have Wally from Public Safety reviewing this as well. So we're looking at this from all angles. IDOT, Illinois Department of Transportation, sent their streetlight maintenance agreement, which is up for renewal. And I was so excited to get this because IDOT is such a fun organization to communicate with, and we have put in numerous requests for simple signs or other attentions here and there, and I thought this was an ideal opportunity to maybe get those requests more seriously acknowledged. So Greg prepared a report, which I gave a copy to Wally, and it quotes their own state regulations. I have wanted signs by the schools. I know we can't get it to be a reduced speed zone, but you certainly can put up a sign that at least lets you know there's a school there. So that's one of the issues. There was also some safety points that we requested, which they half-heartedly met at the intersection of 120 and 134. We have had several serious incidents over the years of people continuing to drive on 134 where it ends, and they keep going and have gone into that brick building several times. So we're hoping we can put an end to that as well. So then next, Jim Rapp will get to take a gander at that agreement from the lawyerese aspect, and then we'll be happy to send that off to IDOT. And I will sign it once I get an answer from them. One final item of note. Parking has been an issue in a couple areas. I've talked to the police chief about it. They've been out monitoring the situation. I talked to Dolores Anderson, the president of the Cranberry Lake Townhomes. Holiday Lane is a permit parking only. The permits are provided by the association. However, we have a situation. Holiday Lane is a one-way street, and there's some people that choose to drive the wrong way on the street. And it's people that live close to the exit there, and so they're too lazy to drive the way around. So again, I've talked to the police chief about this, but I also will be doing an isolated CTY call to the residents over there, and the police chief and I will also be sending out a harsh warning letter about stopping this. And I also asked Dolores to please stress to residents or guests, if they claim that they're almost hit by somebody, then they should be able to provide us with a license plate. So, hopefully we'll get that under control. And that's all I have at this time. Let's move on to the standing committees. Finance, Trustee Daly.
Finance Committee met tonight, and we're at the beginning of the taxation season. We discussed the amount that we are going to request for the tax levy, and there will be a resolution before the board at our next meeting. The amount we've requested, or that we agreed upon in committee for discussion with the board, is $596,000, which is up $8,000 from what we received this previous year.
But it's also down.
Oh, from 2 years ago, it's down from
3,600
and was it
627.
637? Jim, do you?
I think the number's 627.
627.
627, okay.
So, but once again, this is a guessing game because we don't. Much of it depends on the EAD, and we don't know where that's going yet. Well, we know where it's going, but we don't know how far it's going down.
Right. No crystal ball here. Okay, Public Works, Trustee Washington.
Public Works, Jeff has mentioned that the fence is now, gas tanks are enclosed at the fence, get the fence up. And he climbed up the building, thinks he found the leak. And that's hopefully...
Oh, on the Public Works roof, yeah, we had a leak in the last rainstorm.
And he retarred some spots up there, and hopefully that took care of that mess. I have one question. Is Anna Wagner still in business? And who runs the business out of that building?
There is no business in that building.
Somebody
Is someone
works
in
out of
there?
that building.
There's equipment and stuff, because the doors are open, I've run through a lot, there's trucks, there's some radio.
Well, there's
Somebody needs to
Well,
tell me.
but the son lives there, right?
That's what I'm saying, somebody still might.
Well, yeah, the son lives there. I mean, there's people living in
I'm
the
not saying
house.
it's a business, but there's
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
there's equipment there, there's equipment.
Because there's a name on the truck.
Is there?
Can you get the name on the truck for me?
It's Wagner.
I think it's Wagner.
But is the truck moving and going out?
Because I mean, well, have they sold it yet? I mean,
I'm just, you know.
well, I mean, there's an easy way to find out. I mean, I didn't realize there was that type of activity. I knew they were still living there and they're trying to sell it. I don't know if they're trying to sell the equipment
They might be
or...
moving stuff out.
I don't know.
Well, they're one one of the people that we worked on for the water easement, and they've been very cooperative, so we have numbers, we can call the, yeah, because the owners are out of state. It's the son that's keeping an eye on the property. So I would call the owners and say, what's going on?
Right, okay. That's all I have.
Okay. Public safety, trustee Priest.
Give you an update on some of the projects we're working on. Pedestrian crossing for Tall Oak. I've got 2 quotes coming in from 2 different companies on the RRFBs, which are the rectangular rapid flashing beacons. I'm quoting them with everything, posts, the whole thing, everything all at once. And we make a determination of what that is. And I'll also have to draft a letter to the Lake County Department of Transportation on this, what we need to do as far as requesting it, what permits we needed, and who's going to be doing the installation, which is probably going to be them. Stop signs, I got a quote from TCP, which is the trifold stop signs, and they're right now $90, about $90 a piece for the stop signs. Okay, that includes all the money, hardware, and everything else. The only thing is we have to get a hold of IDOT to find out whether we can put it on 120 or not. And I do have the letter of interpretation on that, on where you can do it.
If you can give that to me and a description of what we want to do, we'll add that to Greg's list.
Okay, sounds good. That'll be great. Okay, so we'll do that. And then, let's see, what else? The bike path, I still haven't received anything from Lake County.
A response to your letter?
A response to my letter, I'm going to give them a call.
Okay.
Or write them an email.
Okay.
So we had a meeting last week, or I should say the last meeting 2 weeks ago. We're going to have another one coming up the 20, what is it, the
Fourth Tuesday.
yeah, 4th Tuesday this month also. And we're going to be discussing probably generators, and that's about it.
25th of October.
Yeah.
Okay. Great, thank you. Wetlands and open spaces, trustee Dubersheim.
The next wetland meeting is Thursday, November 3rd.
Bless you.
It's Thursday, November 3rd at 7 o'clock here. You have to come in the back way because there's an alarm set at the front of the building at night, so come to the back door. We have asked for suggestions from residents if they have any ideas of what they would like to see for next year as far as landscaping, beautification, woodlands, whatever. Now that our ordinances have survived a second year, we will not need silt fencing at the entrances. I'm sure people will be happy about that. And there will be no need to water the native plants now that they've been established. So those are the good things about having native plants. That's all I've got.
Community relations, trustee Darrenowski.
Halloween is coming up. Halloween is Monday, October 31st. The village will be
Trick-or-treating Sunday.
trick-or-treating on Sunday, October the 30th. We will be having the holiday hay rides again this year. They will be from 4 to 7 around the village. The only thing we do ask is that you do bring a non-perishable item for the Avon Township Food Bank. And there will be little treats for the kids on the hayride. And you'll see the tractor going around town. We got the trailer so that we can do the hayrides, and we're all set with that. We are also planning our holiday mixer for December the 11th. And thanks to some very good emails from the mayor, we have many different groups that are interested in performing at the holiday mixer, including some middle schools and a middle school.
Yeah, both high schools and the middle schools want to participate, choirs and, you know.
And that'll be
bands.
December the 11th from 2 to 6.